Yeah, that's a very insightful experience. And we have heard a debate about virtual reality probably is going to make the distance between people or enlarge the gap of the social connectivity. People will be isolated from their virtual environment and makes us less human than machine. So how do you think about this?
So when I think about some of the experiences that virtual reality will change in a good way, it's the ones that you want to do right now by yourself. So I actually don't have that much faith in, say, people watching a football game together. Because right now, if you're watching a sports game, it's all about us sitting here all on the same couch and the TV being there. So just the fact I'm wearing a headset and it's 360 is great, but the reason I watch sports is to watch it with my friends. Versus, let's say, learning. Learning is a good example. Generally, like if you're learning something, you want to go learn on your own in a quiet place, you want to read your book or you want to do something, it's isolated. So I do think that it depends which type of experience we'll see, but that is the concern. I think the things that are currently social will not transfer well into VR. Okay. The things that are isolated will transfer really well into VR.
那么 Tony 有一个很独到的一个观点，他认为在目前的社交媒体当中，有很多的产品实际上是大家比较适合在一块儿来做的，而有些事情又是适合大家自己来做的。比如说在看球赛的时候，大家希望能够坐在一个大屏幕电视前面，然后和自己的朋友们一起来看着球赛，喝着啤酒。但是在学习的过程当中，人们却希望能够独自的在沉浸在一种学习的氛围当中。所以他把社交以及人与机器的这种互动，以及人与人的互动分成适合自己独自做的事情和适合和大家一块儿做的事情，也就是独乐乐还是众乐乐的事情。那么他认为所谓众乐乐的事情呢，把它翻译成把它带到虚拟现实的这样子的产品当中是不适合的，而独乐乐的这种产品在虚拟现实的环境当中是非常非常适合的。所以选择产品的方向，他认为是很重要的。这个也就是说，如何去避免人过于沉浸在这种虚拟现实的产品的体验当中会拔不出来的原因。好 ，Right, great. So Anna, what do you think about this one?
I believe that in situations that you can be in person, so like if I can go out with my friends here from Boost or from California right now, I would prefer I can actually go out with them and do stuff in person. But in these situations like my friends in Brazil and my friends in different parts of the country, if I can connect with them today on VR, on a virtual reality environment, I would prefer than call them or using a Skype. And it kind of works like nowadays we didn't used to have Skype before. And so you used to have to use the telephone and all those stuff. And nowadays everyone prefer, and it feels like Skype feels more like you actually seeing the person. You feel like a little bit more connected. So technology will if it's used for the right reasons, it will be actually helping to connect people better. If it's using well, like everything in life, like if it's used with balance. But in situations that you can be in person, I think it will help so much because it's different from just seeing the person for a little screen. You actually it's like we're here. And I had the experience like giving interview in virtual reality environments. And I remember being there. I remember that moment. I remember being in that place. And on those people, I saw Batman, I saw Mario, and all those avatars. There were people connecting their houses and VR shots, and we're having this interview in virtual reality. And it feels for me as a memory that I was inside. It's not a memory that I was in my room and I had a monitor in front of me. So virtual reality actually is like a step forward. Imagine we're not giving just a step, we're jumping forward. It's just like from all the media we have nowadays, this is the closest we can get from like a real experience in like feeling actually we're there. The presence is so much different. And I believe it's gonna help. if we use it well. Sorry, it was so long. You need to translate now.
You should
Good
develop
luck.
a platform for us, and next time we can do the interview in the VR environment.
We could right now. Yeah, we just need to book and see. There's lots of places we can do.
Yeah. 那么安娜说呢，在这种虚拟现实的体验当中，她所觉得的一种非常重要的人与人之间的关系是，当在现实的生活当中有时间和空间的区隔的这样子的人与人的这个交流是非常适合在虚拟现实当中来实现的。比如说像过去我们用的这个 Skype 的这种电话会议，那么大家可以远隔重洋，在不同的时区、不同的地方来进行对话。而这样的产品，把它放到虚拟现实的过程当中，会更加的有存在感。他举了一个例子，他曾经参加过一个虚拟现实的一个采访。那么在采访的过程当中，大家都是用 avatar， 也就是这个替身来进行的。那么他记得非常非常清楚每一个体验、每一个问题。那么这样子的有时间和空间区隔的人与人之间的这样的交流，用虚拟现实的这个方式来带出，将会是非常好的一个体验。那么这就是两位目前在美国硅谷在开发虚拟现实的非常好的产品的两位创始人 CEO， 那么他们对于虚拟现实产品对于人与人之间的关系的这样子的一种读解。好，那我们来看下面一个问题，就是他们在采用的技术哈，我们问一些比较干货的问题。So the next step is more technical questions. So for now, virtual reality development, we have a couple of main camps like engines. We have Unity engine, we have Unreal engine, we also have the WebGL engine. So what are the pros and cons on these mainstream engines? Right.
Yeah, we use Unity. There's a number of reasons to use Unity. I would say the first is getting your company going from 0 miles an hour to 20 miles an hour is much easier than, say, coding all of this in WebGL. That's a lot of work.
Very common in the community, right?
Yes, pretty much everyone at Boost, I think, uses Unity. So in terms of hiring, asking for help, going to the forums, just figuring out the problems you have, it's much easier with Unity. There are some issues, for instance, like deploying Unity to WebGL is still a challenge. It can be done, and they're trying to do it, but it's hard. So comparing, I would say there's Unity and Unreal in one camp, and then there's WebGL. So WebGL is you need a lot more work to go from 0 miles an hour to 20 miles an hour. So comparing Unity to Unreal, better community, more people use it.
好，那么这个问题我们是关于这个虚拟现实软件产品开发使用哪个引擎比较好。那么我们现在市面上比较主流的有3个引擎，一个是 Unity 的引擎，一个是 Unreal 的引擎，还有一个是 WebGL 的引擎。那么Tony 他们团队使用的是 Unity 的引擎。那么原因，那么他说主要是因为 Unity 呢使用的人比较多，那么在开发社区的开源的社区当中，大家的这个支持也比较多，无论是从招人，还是说向大家来这个请教帮助，或者说来这个改这个 bug， 都会比较方便一些。另外一个，他认为在目前3个引擎当中，互相的这种的兼容性还是有问题的，所以他想选择一个比较大众的引擎。好 ，Anna, what do you think?
So, like he said, most of us we use Unity, and when you're a small team, you need to kind of use the tools available, and then so it makes it possible for you to build an application. Like because we're building like a game and applications, Unity is the perfect tool. But some companies like maybe 3 here, they're using OpenGL, they're building their own game engine, their own system, but they're actually interested in sell that engine. So that's why they're building that. If you actually want to build an engine, then I would say Unity's not the best. You should create your own. But for us, like building applications, the best thing is using Unity or Unreal. I personally prefer Unity. I tried Unreal before, but Unity now is kind of as a big community, and everyone that you ask, they all works with you, freelancers, and you ask, you work with Unity, they usually say yes. It's like more common. Everyone knows how to use, and it's so well integrated now with Oculus as well. So It's all now integrated in Unity, Oculus Rift, and it kind of has all the plugins ready for you and loads of tutorials online. And the other ones are not that available for indie developers. I must say that I did C++ before a course that you have to build your game engine, and the feeling I got is like I wanna cook a cake, and I have to build the whole kitchen. I just wanna cook the cake.
Okay.
I just wanna make the cake, which is the game. So yeah, if you just wanna cook the cake, get a Unity or Unreal, I would say. But if you wanna build the kitchen for other people make the cake, then do your own engine, C++.
Okay. 好，那么他也选择 Unity 的引擎，那么原因和 Tony 也是差不多的，因为使用的这个社区很大，那么在开源的这个社区当中，大家有各种各样的这个插件呀，有这样的这个引擎库啊，所以说他们在使用的过程当中很方便，尤其是对于创业团队来说，进行从0到1的这个过程，能够迅速的推进，小步这个推进，快速迭代是非常重要的。那么选择一个比较大众的引擎，他们的开发难度会比较小。Let's talk about the Unreal engine. Unreal, we know it has better quality, fancier expression, but in terms of the development, learning curve, and recruiting, how difficult is Unreal?
So I don't think it's that much worse. I think the biggest thing is just the number of people that know Unity already. So you could probably learn either tool in 2 months if you're a good programmer. Probably about that, which isn't that much, but it does have its perks. So it does have more photorealistic effects, but for most of us, like Anna and myself, we're 2 people team, small teams. We don't have as many resources. We need to take every shortcut we can. I think, if it takes 6 months to build your game or it takes 3 months to build your game, that's the difference between living and dying as a startup. So I think every shortcut you can take is necessary. But, if maybe some things are better for Unreal. If you want the hyper-realistic, photorealistic sort of effects, but most of us don't.
Okay. 那么我们说到另外一个比较主流的引擎就是 Unreal， 那么 Unreal 有非常好的这个效果，在画质上以及在画面上是非常非常的逼真的。但是由于在开发的难度上比较大，而且在社区上并没有太多的这个开发者使用 Unreal 的引擎，所以他们没有采用 Unreal 的引擎。那么这个其实和创业的一个原则很有关系，也就是小步快跑。那么刚才 Tony 说到了。如果说你要做一个非常完善的一个产品，但是你要花6个月，而你用一个相对简单的一点的技术，能够用3个月来把产品开发出来，那么3个月和6个月对于创业公司来说，有可能就是生和死的区别。而在这个选择上，那么它当然是选择速度，而不是选择一个把产品开发到一个极致再出来。毕竟创业公司必须要小步快跑。所以我们现在从这个他们开发的这样的一个技术问题呢，我们转换到他们创业的这样的一个心得。So let's talk about entrepreneurship. Both of you are founders, and it's very difficult to do something from 0 to 1. So that's why you choose Unity versus other engine, right?
Yes.
And what is the most important thing to develop a virtual reality product? Virtual reality product, not just other type of product. What is the one single thing that's most important?
I guess you need to be a characteristic that you need to have. That I believe an entrepreneur to work with virtual reality needs to be a visionary. Someone that take the risks. I think we kind of a scientist people, and we are learning and experience things that we are learning as we go. So traditional people entrepreneurs that just like they go for a product that they know is going to work, that just do the things that they're sure they're going to make money. They already have like a track, they can see the past, and we don't have like a way to track like how the business, because we are building something for a platform that's not out yet. So you need to be someone that has the vision and believe on that. Otherwise, it's not going to work. You're not gonna make something good, a product that's gonna work if you don't believe on it. So I guess the visionary is the characteristic I think it's the most important.
So the vision and also aiming at the landing point of the trajectory, which something hasn't happened yet.
休息一下，看更多硅谷创业明星访谈，记得百度硅谷密探哦。